This is our 20-inch wide spiral head planer, also a Grizzly machine. Same kind of controls as the joiner, so when the red light is on, it means it has power, but it's not ready to go. In order to make it ready to go, I need to turn this to let it release, and then when the light's out, that takes care of start and stop. To raise and lower the table, the planer is for thicknessing wood. Once you've got a true surface on one side, by running it through the joiner, or if you have a piece of wood that's already flat on one side, this will make nice parallel pieces out of it. And to set the depth of cut, these are the lock knobs. There's one on each column. It takes care of all 4 columns. So there's a knob for this side, a knob for that side. And then this raises and lowers the table. It's marked up and down. So you'd set it that way. And typically you want to raise it up to the setting that you want. If you're making it, if you're lowering the table to get to a setting, go a little bit too far and then come back up to the setting that you want. One turn of this wheel is about a 1/16 of an inch. So that gives you a feel for when you're making fine cuts, you can gauge it by how far you're turning the wheel. So half a turn would be a 32nd, a quarter turn would be a 64th. And before you make a cut, you'd lock these knobs. If you're roughing something down, in other words, you're making multiple cuts to get down to a certain thickness, you don't really have to worry about locking those until you get towards the end of it, if you're going to keep adjusting it. You can save yourself time by doing that. But when you're making the finished cut, you want to have those locked. It'll give you a better result. There's a gear shift on the side of it for high and low feed rates. Typically you'll be using the high feed rate. And if you need to shift that, it can only be shifted properly when the machine is running, not when it's feeding wood, but when the machine is spinning. Okay? So if we wanted to change that to the other feed rate,